In 1971, in Oahu, with a Korean-American young woman named Cho, a young Chinese woman named Alice, and a young army man named Patrick, I just received a strange postcard from Mike, my boss at IBM. It had an image of a computer on it with a lightning bolt superposed, with a short message on the back in big letters that read, "Help, big opportunity." And in small print at the bottom it read, "We'll call at 6 p.m. your time Tuesday and each day as needed to make contact. Think Silicon."
That's 4 days from now. He's moved up his monthly call to you by more than 2 weeks. He has a dilemma, and it's probably related to some programs and data that you worked on.
Computer chips have silicon as a major ingredient. Maybe an improvement has come about.
As we devoured the crispy duck and drank, the sun shone its warmth on our skin, it heading for the ocean into which it would plunge in about an hour. We'll say yes to Mike's needs, that we can help or even do it. From here, by you, I, and Cho, and with probably someone coming out here from Poughkeepsie. Mike said last time that he was going to IBM Germany but was coming back for a big meeting in Fishkill, which is where chips are made.
It's not something that was planned, for it is an opportunity, as something unexpected, such as Alice hinted. It is a much faster chip, one that Mike's just confirmed or will in Fishkill today, Friday. On Monday, he will gather his plot in Poughkeepsie, sizing up the ways to go forth, and then call us on Tuesday.
He wants to bypass all the usual testing and time-consuming procedures, given that he already has a working logic design implemented in the current slower chips. He wants it to be somehow cleanly but quickly remapped into the new and faster but very different chip technology, in a new oxide process, perhaps even radically non-bipolar maybe, with no changes but for the clocking and the other latch pin placements, with no new features to the machine. The new chips are both blessing and curse.
The urgency is because there's lots of money to be made. That's Mike's reason for being.
They were right on the nose, I thought, saying, the new technology needs to be more than twice as fast to warrant a new machine. Customers can easily get that the speed has been doubled. Meanwhile, a new and improved logic design on a truly revamped future machine can go on normally, though it's 2-year development time, or more, since one of the features is to be 32-bit addressing, up from 24, which will affect all the compilers as well as all the dirty type programs that too cheaply use the extra 8 bits of the 4-byte address word to store flags. What a mess.
Help! Perhaps means that Mike might not know if a remap can be done. Their regular process is going to be too slow, maybe, with all the pins having to be readjusted by hand, although all the same way, which could introduce errors, or the process has been compromised. Something is afoot that he didn't tell us yet, but the benefit outweighs the risk of us doing the work off-site, for you can't just leave the army and go there. Do you have all of the information, Patrick?
I have all of it carefully stored away in triplicate, awaiting any and all contingencies in locked bins. For dessert, we had bread pudding, and then walked a ways to a slight valley's pond that had the only water in the whole mountain range, we being in its foothills, taking off our clothes and going skinny dipping, for it had been an unusually warm day, like 86-88 F. They floated to me and I embraced and kissed them both. My memories of deaths in Cambodia transformed into the life of the present, between special creatures who were overbrimming with love in this nexus of space and time that had arisen from a potential that was so far beneath and long ago. We then did some homework and whiled away the evening under the stars that hinted of the grandeur and the extravagance of all that is, speaking of Korea and China, Taiwan actually, along with whence we came to coexist and how we might ever continue to flourish amid the slings and arrows of fortune.